Welcome to Operation Lado Legacy. Wait, I didn't say that right. Welcome to Operation Shadow Legacy. I mean, Rainbow Six 2. I mean, yeah, Rainbow Six Siege 2. Coming with this season is our oldest and most sexiest operator yet, Sam Zero Fisher. You probably know him from the Splinter Cell, but to be honest, he do be thick though. And in today's video, we're going to be covering everything in Lado Legacy. Damn it! Shadow Legacy, including Zero, the Chalet rework, the new scopes, the Ping 2.0 system, the map bans, the secondary hard breach, the reinforcement pool, Thatcher nerf buff, and much more. So starting off with Zero, he is a 2-speed, 2-armor attacker, and he has a gadget called the Argus launcher, but I don't think that's a good name, so I've named it the Double Trouble Shooting Immobile Twitch Shooter Camera. I know, it's very to the point and very short. His loadout consists of a new weapon in Siege. It's about fucking time we got a new weapon in Siege, because honestly, it's like a fucking drought out here, and Callie's new weapon isn't a new weapon, it's an ability. His new gun is the SC300K, which in my opinion is definitely one of the better guns in the game, just because of its high DPS. But alternatively, you can run the MP7. Yes, the MP7, one of the funnest guns to use in Siege. But this is the MP7. It isn't any MP7. Sorry if I said MP7 too much. This new MP7 has the 1.5 times scope, which we'll talk about later in the video. But alternatively, you can use the MP7. MP7. Moving on, he has the 5.7 USG handgun. It has a fixed in suppressor because, you know, it's like the Sam Fisher dude from the Splinter Cell. So he's like secretive and stuff. Yeah, his loadout does get better because he has frags, which is amazing because like frags is literally the most satisfying gadget in the game. And yeah, he has a claymore. And in Shadow Legacy, he has the Argus launcher, which is, you know, the Double Trouble Shooting Immobile Twitch Shooter Camera. His gadget, which he has 4 of, can be shot from pretty much any distance and can burrow through soft walls, hatches, reinforced walls, and pretty much any breachable surface. His gadget latches onto the walls and allows you to see into the room the gadget has been shot onto. But you can also see 180 degrees if the wall allows you to. But that is not all. It can also use his pew pew, which has, but that is not all. He can also use his pew pew, which he has 1 of, and it can be used to destroy anything from Gur shields to bandit batteries. Moving on, we have the new scopes, which include the new red dot sight, the new hollow, the 1.5 times scope, the 2-point scope, and the 3-point scope, which is only on DMRs, by the way. Just to cover these over really quickly and just to the point. The new red dot is better than the old red dot. The new hollow is worse than the old hollow. The 1.5 is probably the best scope out of all these. The 2-time scope is... Moving on, we have the Chalet rework. It's just better. It just is. We have Ping 2.0. It's literally the most amazing thing they've brought into this season. It literally is the same as a normal ping, so I'd normally press Z to ping something, but if I look directly at a Maestro camera, for example, and press Z, the Maestro camera will have an icon and show my teammates that there is a Maestro camera at exactly that location. Another thing about the Ping 2.0 is, when you are looking through cameras, you can press Z on an enemy and yellow ping them, instead of scanning them and red pinging them. The problem with that is, when you yellow ping them, they don't know they've been pinged. What's the point in the red ping? Because for one, it's going to let them know that there's a camera there. Yeah, I don't know. They really need to sort that out. Moving on, we have a map ban, which before a match, each team will be able to ban 1 map from a random pre-selection of 3 maps from the pool. Banning the same map will result in a random selection from the 2 remaining maps, while banning 2 different maps. By elimination, it will result in the selection of the remaining map. Players can also choose to not ban any maps, just like operator banning. So if there was Border, Cyanal, and Villa, if I voted Villa and they voted Cyanal, then we would play Border. Moving on, we have the secondary hard breach gadget, which is a small hard breaching device which is vaultable, so you can use this to get into the objective and also create lines of sight. The operators that have these are Montaigne, Ying, Fuse, Finca, Amaru, Nock, Capitao, and Lion. The reason I think all these have them is because they're not very effective on their own, but will bring a lot more utility with these hard breaching gadgets. That's it for the secondary hard breach gadget. Moving on, we have the reinforcement pool. Best thing that's happened in this season. It's I don't understand why this wasn't from the start. Rather than having 2 reinforcements each to deploy in your inventory, operators will now take from a reinforcement pool, including 10 available reinforcements to share with teammates. The way this works is the reinforcement pool will decrease by 1 for each reinforcement used, and it will increase by 1 for each reinforcement failed to be put up. Basically, Capcan, Mute, all those type of operators can go under their gadgets, set up easy for the objective, while other people like Doc and Rook can reinforce. Moving on, we have the Shadow Legacy seasonal skin. Sexy. We also have operator changes. So the first one is Thatcher. He's had a nerf / buff because, yes, I have no idea like why. But Thatcher's gadget does not destroy enemy gadgets anymore. It just disables them temporarily. Yeah. So bandit tricking will change, and finally Maverick got another canister. But yeah, that was everything in Operation Shadow Legacy. I tried to make it as quick and compact as possible, but that's literally all you need to know. All of the meaty stuff is in this video. So if you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and definitely share it with a friend. I'd appreciate that a lot. Thank you for watching.